All right, so we're going to be looking at Business Central, obviously. What is Business Central? It is a SaaS ERP system. So what does that mean? That means that it is an accounting application in the cloud. No software, no installation required on your desktop. And I'm going to start it by just going right into Edge. It's browser agnostic, so you could do Edge, Chrome, Firefox, whatever you please. I'm going in private mode. Don't have to do that either. But I'm going to go to my email account, so Office 365 email account, and log into that. There we go. Okay. My complex password. And the reason why I start out this way is two-factor authentication. So you could see I had to supply my password. Now I have to go to my phone and prove it and give my fingerprint. Okay. So because it's web-based, it's accessible anywhere. It's accessible on your phone, tablet, computer. Don't have to be in the office, can be anywhere. Okay. So initially I'm in my email, and right to show the tight integration, right from my Outlook OWA client, I'm clicking on the application button and then going right into Business Central. Okay. I have multiple environments. Most people don't have multiple environments, so we just go right into your home page. Okay. So once I'm at my home page, I can, if I want, rip that right out, have it as a separate session, or just keep it as part of the session that I was originally running. I can have multiple instances of it running. So here I'm on this tab. If I want to go to a new tab, that way I can have multiple screens, multiple companies open at any given time. It is an application that was built as a web application. It's not something that started out as a desktop application and then was kind of a wrapper was put on it or anything like that. This is a full web application. So all of those functions that you use in a web app, like scrolling up and down to get your aspect ratio that you like, so you can view it in the, I'm getting older, so I need a bigger font, Okay, did the scrolling. So this is my homepage. Homepage, I'm not going to get too much into this, but it has menus, charts, and cues. So menus are just exactly what you think. I'm going into my finance module. Here are all of those screens that you would think are connected to the finance module. I'm going to purchasing, so there's my vendor, purchase invoice, so on. Okay, so modular based up here.
The other thing is wherever you see purchasing, that's accounts payable.
Accounts payable.
Because the GP people are already used to that, but not that. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The next list are my favorites. I mean, for the most part, you go into about 5-10 different screens. So you don't have to go through the module. You can go and put your favorites right here. You control your favorites. So as I click on customers there, I just click this ribbon. If I no longer wanted it on my favorite menu, I just deselect the menu favorite. I can click on Cronus here anytime and go back to my home page, and you can see customer is dropped off because it's no longer one of my favorites. So you control your quick, your shortcuts here, your favorites. Actions is something that's passed down to you from the role that you put in by the administrator. So when you first, fresh out of the box kind of mentality, if you've been put in the payables role, you will have a list of quick actions that are geared towards payable. So here I am changing myself to AP coordinator, and you'll see my actions have switched to, do you want to add a vendor? Do you want to add a purchase invoice? Okay. So again, that's a way for you to control centrally what screens people are able to see. Okay. The next item is charts, and there's actually multiple ways that you can get charts on the home page. I'm only going to show you how you can get a Power BI chart on the home page. So this will connect to your Power BI that's associated with your Office 365 account. I can make any report from that available. So if I wanted to go down to, let's say I made a few custom reports, anything that says Business Central comes with the system. But if I went to my SL inquiry, Power BI, this is a Power BI that I made so that it would replicate the Solomon account history screen. And it's fully contextual. So if I drop this down, I can select just a few accounts, and this is going to respond to that. Okay. So very tightly integrated with Power BI. Power BI, a lot of knowledge there out in the atmosphere about how to use Power BI. It's got a lot of breadth in the industry. The next thing are queues. So here, I'm going to show you later workflow, but I have approvals. This will tell me something is pending your approval. So you can put workflow approvals on GL batches, payables transactions, created a new vendor, so on. It's native to the system. It's not an add-on product. Native to the system that you need approval for that. What I can do here, and that's the purpose of queues. If the task has been assigned to me, an approval has been assigned to me, as well, you can create queues that are more financial data, what's happening in the system. This is modifiable. So if I want to move approvals up in the rotation, I can click on personalize. Come here, old boy. And drag that up. Done. Okay. So now my approvals are more visible when I first come in. Okay. Okay, just a few more things about setup. If I go to my settings button, this controls what company I'm in. We already talked about roles, switching roles from AP to business manager, changed my menu slightly, and language support. The language support does try to change fields on the screens, but it's not every field, So, but it changes some. What the big thing it does change is the help and what help is available to you. If you go to Microsoft Learn here, this help is very good. So they're constantly updating it. If I go to business functionality, purchasing, how do I record a purchase? There's very good material in here. Like I refer to this very frequently, and almost every article at the bottom or in the middle will have a video that will take you through the steps. So it's very good. It's being updated all the time as well. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to start in the chart of accounts because I think that makes the most sense when you're looking at an accounting application. Look at the chart of accounts. Your chart of accounts, you have your natural number and your sub-account, your responsibility section. So we're going to start with the natural, go to finance, chart of accounts. Close the help and this little information button. That's clear? Yeah. Okay. So looking at the chart of accounts, you can see the chart of accounts maintenance screen is formatted almost like a trial balance, right? So I can look at it and see my balances right from here. As well, they've added in headings, begin total, end total, which is nice because then I can create a little mini P&L right within my chart of accounts screen here, or get it to total up for me. All right. So we're going to add an account number, new, and I'm going to add 60714, which is in my salary section, salaries, facilities. Okay. So is it an income or expense? Income or balance sheet, pretty clear. Is it asset liability? Those two fields you cannot modify, but what you can modify and create grouping on is account subcategory. Okay, so within here you can define what are my valid account subcategories for expense, and it will again give you a balance for each one. There's going to be a financial report writer later where you'll see that we can add these components in, and it'll come out. It'll just add to your financial report writer.